Hey guys, iPhone WizKid here. Just showed you how to take apart your LG Xenon. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put it back together now. First you're going to take your digitizer front panel thingy-mabobber here. I already got my buttons installed. If you popped them out. Go ahead and take your LCD and speaker and whole assembly deal here. Go ahead and just slide it into place. You need to push your speakers and everything down. Make sure you reattach your digitizer touch panel cable up here at the top next to the speaker. You don't want to get the whole thing put back together and forget to put something together. Now down here you're going to need to snap all this back in. You have 4 snaps. Sometimes they can be a little stubborn, so if you have to, give it a little force. You ain't gonna hurt it unless you overly force it. Sorry guys, had a yawn. Next, we're gonna go ahead and toss this bad boy back on. If I'm putting it on right. Where's my damn phone? Alright. See? I knew I was messing up. Make sure you don't put it on backwards. You'll be hating life. I got fat hands, guys, fat fingers, so kind of makes life a little difficult working on cell phones. Go and snap the ends in. What I like to do is push on my buttons, make sure all those are working before I slap all the screws in. Let's go ahead and put the 6 screws in. I remind you guys, if there's any phones that you want a demonstration on, please send me a private message and I'll do my best to get that kind of phone. You know, I specialize in iPhones, but you know, I'm willing to help anybody out if they need help. Just shoot me a private message. I'll have some videos up shortly of the iPhones. Sorry guys, had an itch. Alright. So this is the tricky part, guys. This is where you gotta put this little spring mechanism that you gotta put back in your phone. It slides in, if you notice right here. I got my screwdriver pointed out. If you notice right here, there's this little deal right here. It just slides in there. So all you gotta do is just slide this bad boy in there. Slide that in there. Take your flex cable, and then you got to slide it back in this one. I like to use my little tweezers here. Helps me out a little bit. Fat finger syndrome. Sorry guys. All right, now you got to line up your holes. Make sure that these are slid all the way up. Line up the holes. It gets to be a pain in the ass just because of that spring that we just put on. Just because of kind of gets in the way, and it makes the phone a little harder to put back together. But once you got the holes lined up, go ahead and put a screw in. If I get the damn screw on my, there we go. Do not let go until you have at least 2 screws in, one on each side. Now you're free to go ahead and let go. Now let's go ahead and put the other 7 or other 8 screw or other 6 screws in. There's 8 screws total here. No particular order, guys. Just however you want to put them in. If you guys are too scared to take your phones apart or anything like that, you know I do offer repair services. Just go to iPhoneWizKid.net. And there you'll find a link to all my services offered. Any phone I have a video for, I will fix. So now that you got all 8 screws back in, go ahead and grab your motherboard. And you need, right here, you need to plug your flux cable back in. Make sure your keyboard doesn't slide out. And now you're going to have to slide your volume buttons in your camera and lock button, flux cable deal things here. You got to slide those back into place. And go ahead and toss your 2 screws back in, one right there. One right there, your volume button goes right here. Your camera button is the one closest to the bottom. And your lock button's the next one up. So once those are in, take this bad boy, push it in, put the 6 screws back in. I always do 1 in one corner, 1 in the middle on the other side, and 1 in the opposite corner. Let's just make sure it all seeps the same, you know, so you don't have any gaps or anything. You don't have to do this, I just choose to do this just to make sure. And in the other middle. And then the other 2. Go ahead and toss your SIM card back in. I'm gonna go ahead and toss my SD card in. Toss my battery back in. Toss the battery cover back on. Press and hold the power button. There you go. LG Xenon Reassemble.